everyone, my name is Roya, and today I am coming to you with my sort of check-in, mid-year check-in for my reading goals that I had kind of set at the beginning of the year. So I'm just gonna kind of go over them one by one. Spoiler alert, I'm not really meeting that many of my goals, but that's okay. So the first goal was to read 120 books. That's my goal every year. Whether I far exceed that goal or totally fail, that's always my goal because that's a 10 book per month average, and that's typically my average. That sure as heck has not been my average this year. So basically, at the beginning of July, I had read 40 books when it should have been 60 by then because that's halfway through the year. So I'm about 20 books behind, and I remain about 20 books behind, so I really need to pick it up a little bit. Maybe take a few weeks just to read like a bunch of really short books. I have no idea. I've got to do something to catch up, but I don't know. I have plenty of books to choose from. I could probably pick some short ones at some point. I don't know, but I need to catch up to that for sure. The next goal is to spend under $100 on books. So I have spent $64 on physical copies of books, $11 on ebooks, making for a $75 total, which makes me, you know, that's actually pretty good. That is still under $100, but we're halfway through the year, so will I be able to refrain from spending more than $15 more on books for the rest of the year? Only time will tell. Next goal was to read all 32 books that I acquired in 2020 that I still had not read by the end of 2020. I have read 8. Yeah, so I have read so far this year, I've read 8 books acquired this year in 2021, 8 books acquired last year in 2020, 4 books acquired before 2020, and 20 ebooks and 2 library books. So I've been doing a lot of ebook reading for several good reasons, really. But yeah, I've definitely been reading a lot of ebooks. A lot of it is because a lot of the books that are sent for review these days are mostly ebooks. People are mostly doing, you know, all the publishers are mostly sending e-arcs to everybody. So I'm not really counting those towards my like owned books. I'm basically just, you know, because it's just an ebook kind of. And then there are other ebooks I've read too, all of that stuff. But anyway, next goal was to raise my NetGalley percent to 80% by June so that I would be approved for Winterlight. And I already was approved for Winterlight despite only being at 40%. So goal technically done. So now I don't really care about the NetGalley percent now that I actually got the book that I wanted, that I was trying to raise my percentage for just in case I wouldn't be approved otherwise, but I was approved. So, I mean, I figured I would be because that publisher does approve me for plenty of books. And I had read the vast majority of the books that I had gotten from them in the past, all of that fun stuff, so I had no reason to think I wouldn't be approved, but it was one of those like just in case, you gotta do this type of thing. So now I don't have to worry about the percent anymore, so that goal is kind of null and void at this point. I am just trying to read the books that I have on NetGalley, that because obviously I wouldn't have requested them if I didn't really want to read them, because of course there are plenty of books on there that are pulling at me saying read me, and so of course I have like plenty of them that I want to get to, but I'm not worried about the percent anymore. I don't care about that at this time. I have plenty of time to raise my percent in time for whatever the next book will be that I like really want on there. So the last goal is to end the year with under 100 physical TBR books. No, I think I'm still just about at the 150 mark. I don't think I'm really that much lower than that at all. I'm not so sure I'm gonna be at under 100 physical TBR books by the end of the year. But I can definitely still try, but we will see. And I'm just gonna finish this video up with a few statistics here. So I have hauled 13 physical books this year, which is really good compared to a total of 62 for all of last year. So again, this is not counting ebooks, but it is counting all physical books acquired. So whether they were sent to me for review or I bought them or whatever it is. So I actually have been really refraining from buying too many books this year, which is great. So I've only gotten 13 physical books all year long. This is not counting the books I just got for my birthday. However, I will put that out there. So that's an extra 6. But again, I hauled no books last month, and I have hauled no other books this month so far. We will just have to see kind of how long I can keep that up and not buy any books for myself. I currently have 8 books acquired this year that I haven't read yet, so that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's enough that I can certainly finish those up by the end of the year. I'm pretty sure I can read all of them and not have any like books I got this year still unread by the end of the year, all of that. So the books that I hauled versus the books that I read each month. So in January I got 3 books. I read 4 physical books. Again, this is not counting ebooks or audiobooks or anything. Well, I don't buy audiobooks, but anyway, this is only counting physical books, whether I bought them or acquired them in some other way. So they were sent for review, whatever it was. So in February, I also hauled 3 books again, but I read 5 physical books. In March, I hauled 5 and only read 4, so we're going slightly backwards there. In April, I hauled no books, and then I read no physical books besides rereads. I'm not counting rereads on this, but yeah, I didn't. I guess I only read rereads and ebooks that month. So yeah, so it was just 0 all around. In May, I hauled 2 books and read 2 books. In June, I hauled 0 books and read 2 books. Again, that's only physical copies. So that's actually not too bad. I've been pretty good about not getting a whole lot of books. But I do need to read some more of these gosh darn books. I've been reading a lot of ebooks like all year so far, and I probably will still read several ebooks, but I'm gonna really try to like read some of the books that I have, so that I can just freaking read them, because I want to read them, obviously. So anyway, that's pretty much my goals check-in for the midpoint of the year. So let me know if you have any of the same reading goals, how you're doing on any of your goals, if you have any goals. If you think goals are crap, you can tell me that too. I don't know. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!